Hey Evil Dead fans. Last time we talked about doing the top for a stencil. Now I'm going to show you just a real quick video on how to do the side piece here. There's very little difference from doing the tops to doing a piece like this. Let me get it out. Now, what you basically do to make a piece like this, see how it's rounded right here for the cuff? That's what you want. Is you hold a piece of construction paper back here and then you trace out the inside. But make sure you leave a little bit more for the bottom on the paper and this back piece that's going to fold back. So you're going to round cut it. Now, once you've cut that out, what you want to make sure that this piece fits in there just perfectly. Not showing hardly any gaps. And then you want to actually not cut out this round piece yet. You want to just leave a bunch that's level with this back, enough to where it's going to fold back. So once you've done that, you made your little stencil and it fits just right. Now, I said keep some on the bottom, and the reason why you want to keep some on the bottom, you want to make a little tab for the installation here. Now, I screwed up and cut mine off, so I had to put bolts through it. But it doesn't matter because this whole piece is actually going to cover that up. So that doesn't matter. If you do screw up, you can do that. Just keep them low. Now, once you've cut it out of metal like that, what you want to do is you want to try to fit it in there. And to turn this other piece in at the same time. Now, once you have it in there and you have it turned in and you have all that axis hanging out on this end here. Let's see if this thing will actually sit up for me. Once you have it sitting across here on the inside, from here to here, you want to put your cuff against it. Then you want to trace your cuff line out on that inner edge. Then you want to cut that out, and you want to put it back in there to make sure it fits in there and forms in there right, because this metal is quite bendable. So don't be shy when doing it. Just make sure it fits in there right. You may have to trim some parts back. Doing this one-handed just sucks. Oh, if you guys watch the Super Bowl, I hope you had if you're a Patriots fan, that sucks for you. If you're a Eagles fan, good job. I'm a Chiefs fan. My team beat both of you guys in the regular season, so I can give a crap. Hold on, I'm going to put this down real quick so you can see exactly the way it's going to look. Hold on 1 second. Let me just set this sucker up. Yep, drop the phone right there. Okay. Now, when you do put it in there like this, you want to take your cuff, which that's holding everything up. My cuff's being holding up my phone right now, so that's okay. I know exactly where it needs to go. Okay. Right there. Now, that's what you're going to have from there to there. You still have a little lip down here. This is all covered up. And then this piece that you're going to install, because we are doing the Ash vs. Evil Dead one. This is his piece he uses for an exhaust. Well, he used a different exhaust in different chainsaws. I think Evil Dead 2 had a different one at one point, and maybe Army of Darkness. But for the most part, this is the piece they use. There is another piece from this chainsaw that goes on the other end they've used before, but this is the piece they use majority of the time in Ash vs. Evil Dead. If you ever see a still photo of Ash holding his chainsaw hand up, that's what he uses. He uses this piece. Now, once it's in, you want to make sure that this edge right here goes along with your cuff. Like that. Now, I'm going to sand this edge down a little bit more to make sure it fits just right. Just take your time doing that. And on the inner side, you'll see this is where a tab needs to be put, because you're going to actually mount it from the bottom here. You can try to do it from the side, but because you're going to have a hell of a time trying to bend in the tab to fit along with that. You can do that, but a lot of the time, to have a nice form-fitting piece, you don't want to do it from here. You can try, but you want it from the bottom, a nice steady foundation for that piece that's going to hide everything. Now it's going to be painted, and patina is going to be put onto it once it's been painted, and we're going to end up drilling a hole through here. Now I did have another piece here. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there we go. There's a little screen that's in there. Now what I like to do is use that little screen. The holes line up in the back. Now I like to use it when I install it. I like to put it on right on the inside. Like I said before in previous videos, it sucks trying to do this one-handed. Now, since I use these screws, I'm going to have to just cut this little section out, which is fine. Anyways, it'll go right on top there. And it's cool when you look in, all you see is the screen. You don't see a bunch of nuts and bolts. Just gets it more depth. I mean, you don't have to do it, but that's just something I do. But yeah, later we're going to end up drilling a hole straight down there to fit to the other side to cover that up. And this stuff's all going to be blacked out, all the metal look. And then when you look at that big hole, all you're going to see is the screen. So there's just a little video on that. There's very little from doing the top with the stencils to doing this. This one's a lot easier than actually doing the top. But when you're actually curving any kind of metal and doing stencils, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I told you before, this thing is going to actually cover up that bolt, and this actual back piece is going to be coming, it's going to curve around here to cover everything else up on the inside of this chainsaw hand. Now, since we are doing Ash vs. Evil Dead, the top doesn't have any bolts on the very top. The only thing that's on there is the handle and the on-off switch. Now, I'll have to show you how to do the handle in reverse versus mounting it here and connecting it to the top. Now I have to connect it to the top down to here. So the bolt that's going to be holding the handle in will be mounted from the top, and the actual filler is going to cover up that top bolt. So when it's on, that top's on and completely finished, the only way you're going to take it apart, if you ever need to, is from the bottom, not from the top. But we'll get to that in a later video. Like I said, this little tab, you're going to want to mount from the bottom. You can have the bolt ends coming out this way to give a much cleaner look on the bottom when you're finally done. But that's it for now. The next video might pertain on this cover piece. I'm not quite sure which route I want to go with yet, or if I want to go with final cuts on the top. It just depends. So either one we can do, but you'll find out in the next video. I think this was video number, what was that? I want to say 6. This one would be 6. The one at the top would be number 5 on how to do this video, on how to do Ash's chainsaw hand. But stay tuned and we'll get this sucker finished up. See ya.